Hello, y'all. I wanted to come and speak because today I'm talking about the process of grief, what grieving looks like, and more importantly, how to live without your loved ones. Now, it's a very sensitive topic, but if you are interested in hearing more about this topic, stay tuned in. Now, I do say join this conversation with an open mind, with an open heart, and try to just hear what I'm saying without any judgment, but just try to receive the message because I have a message. I am grieving. Grief can look different. If you see people posting, if you see people continuing to live out loud, that could be a part of their grieving process. If you see a person in their bed, under the covers, in the dark, not wanting to do anything, that could also be a part of their grieving process. Grief is not a straight line. There is not one right or wrong way to grieve the loss of people, but there are some helpful ways that can help you to continue to live while you're trying to process the loss. It's a tough thing, and it's also a very heavy subject that people don't really talk about, but I had this on my heart and I want to share it because, again, I'm in the middle of some grieving. I'm in the middle of experiencing loss from people, from places, from things that felt familiar. And I've also been in this space before. So that's why I want to just come share a little insight of what I have. Now, I wrote down a few things because oftentimes when we lose people, we tend to stop living. What I mean by that is, again, grief can look like you just staying in your bed all day. And I'm sure that's what you want to do. That's what I would like to do. But if you don't keep moving, then there's also a such thing as you dying while you're still alive, right? So I wrote down some notes. And the first thing that came to my mind was, again, how to properly, or again, there's not a right or wrong. So I don't want to get caught up. I don't want nobody to get caught up in my words. There's not a right or wrong way to grieve the loss of things or people. However, you do have to allow yourself to feel whatever feelings you have when you feel them. No matter how long ago you lost somebody, whether it was today or 20 years ago, you experienced the loss. And a lot of times we just suppress the emotions and we suppress the feelings that come with that, which means we ignore them, or when things come up, we act as if they never existed. We act as if we don't have these feelings. You act as if you're not sad. It's okay to be sad. And it's also okay to not be okay. I had a moment earlier where I sat and I allowed myself to just think. I looked at a picture and an acceptance came over me, like, this is really happening. This is really my experience right now. This is something that I'm really going through. I don't wish pain, hurt, heartbreak, disappointment, grief on nobody. However, it's a natural form of the cycle of life that we're in. We all experience loss. So I allowed myself to sit with that moment because it was true for me. And in that moment, I cried. Not just dropping a few tears, but mouth open, like I allowed myself to really cry. And then after that, I wiped my face, took a few deep breaths, and I had to keep moving. And I say that because a lot of times we don't want to move. We don't keep moving. I've said it before. I don't know where we at. They call this place Earth. We call this place the United States. It got so many different titles and tags on it. But if you really just zoom out, look up at the sky, look up at the clouds, look up at the trees, look down at the ground and the grass and the dirt, and really get connected and in tune with nature, you'll probably ask yourself some of these questions too. I don't know where we at. Wherever we are, when we lose people, we're still wherever we are. So if you're going to continue to be wherever you are until we're no longer wherever we are, keep moving. Otherwise, you are dying while you're still alive. Anytime that you no longer allow yourself to feel these emotions, allow yourself to feel whatever you're going through and face it and accept some type of reality of your new version of your life, you are dying while you're living. If any moment you are choosing to just allow the depression to take over and allow yourself to stay wrapped up in this dark space, wrapped up in this dark room for too long, because again, I want you to allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling. If you don't feel it, you can't heal it. That's a true statement. Allow yourself to stay in those moments for however long they are. But after a certain amount of time, once it becomes too long of you sitting in that dark space, you're going to have to shake yourself up. You're going to have to shake yourself up. People may come to your door trying to encourage you and telling you to get up. People may try to call you and tell you, hey, let's do this. Let's keep going. And yeah, you may not be in the mood. But you're going to have to find that internal voice that tells you, hey, we got to keep it going. We're doing this. We're doing a good job at this. Yes, I experienced this thing, but I'm going to be all right. And try to find a way to make peace with whatever your situation is, because otherwise you will die slowly while you're still living. Think about people that you may see who may be stuck in where they've always been, or stuck at the age that they experience loss, stuck at the age they've experienced grief, because you don't allow yourself to feel your way through. A lot of us are stuck in our trauma. If you experienced something when you were 14 and you've never taken the time to allow yourself to feel whatever you've experienced when you were 14, or even sat with that situation and accepted that situation no matter how terrible it may have been, you stuck at 14. Your body and everything else is just continuing to move, because again, wherever we are, it's still moving. You want to move with it. You don't want to get left behind in your own life. Another thing that I wrote down was the process of grief. Again, it's not a, oh, I'm sad. Okay, I'm feeling a little better. Oh, I got this. I've accepted it. Yeah, I lost something. I lost somebody. Oh, yeah, I figured it out. Absolutely not. You're going to be sad. You're going to feel joyous. You might smile after you cry. And then you may feel like, damn, why am I crying? Why am I laughing? I don't deserve to be happy. It feels weird to be happy. It feels a little off to be having these joyous moments, and I don't feel like celebrating because I just lost something. But is that you truly allowing yourself to move through? Or is that you choosing to stay stuck in whatever your grief is? Now, I'm so human, and that's why I'm talking about it. I just had a breakdown earlier. I can't stay there. I can't stay there. I can't stay sad. I can't stay stuck. I refuse to stay there because it's dark. It's heavy. It's painful. And you feel it only in your body. This is where you feel it. You feel it in here. But again, wherever we are, it's still moving. Move with it. Take your time. Take your moments. Don't stay there. Don't stay there. So yeah, allow yourself to be up and down with your feelings. Allow yourself to be all over the place when it comes to your emotions. That's a part of the process. Yes, sir. Yes. Excuse me. I'm doing something. I'm recording.
Austin said,
I'm gonna be over there in a minute.
he keep on cheating, and he said,
all right,
I don't give an F word.
I'm gonna get him. I'm about to finish doing what I'm doing, and I'm gonna come talk to you. Leave him alone. Walk away. Allow yourself to feel what you're feeling. Don't stay there. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Think about your loved ones. Would they want you to stay stuck? Would your loved ones want you to not live your life anymore because you lost them? You got to consider all of these things, even though it's something that you don't want to think about. You got to. Again, I'm having to learn how to actively practice everything that I'm talking about. And it's helping me move through. It's helping me. And I know sometimes you don't even want to get the help. You don't want to take the advice. You don't want to allow yourself to be happy. You don't want to allow yourself to move. But don't stay there. they wouldn't want you to, don't you do it to yourself. It's messed up. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's played. It's crazy. It's sad. It's all of these things. It's negative. It's low. It hurts. It's painful. Yeah. Would they want you to stay there? Because we're still here. Move. And a lot of times moving your body, finding movement and motion in your body, whether that's you taking a walk, whether that's you getting in your car, taking a drive, it's motion. And yeah, emotions are going to come up when you have moments where you're moving, but you are feeling your way through versus staying stuck and you feeling it either way it go, right? Another thing, there are ways that you can celebrate and remember your loved ones because we're still here. If you are connected to this thing, if you are connected to this place, there are messages and signs that are all around you if you allow yourself to be open-minded enough to welcome them in and see them. A few examples. I lost my sister in January. And ever since January, I've received several messages. I'll say, had to be her. I don't see it no other way. That's the way that I'm choosing to connect so that I can stay connected to her. Because wherever we are, we still have to be here. One thing I'll say, there was a movie that was playing on Lifetime. This Lifetime movie was something that I was trying to search. I was trying to find it. I really wanted to watch it. The app wasn't on the TV. The movie wasn't on the Lifetime app. So I had to find different ways that I can watch it. And each app that I went into did not have this movie. So I decided to download a subscription. I said, I really want to watch. This is the movie I want to watch. It's not any other movie that I wanted to watch. It was a movie. Y'all hold on one second. I had to handle something. But I appreciate y'all's patience. It just pissed me off. But I allowed myself to be pissed off. I allowed myself to do what I needed to do in that moment. And now I'm back here. But this movie, I wanted to watch this particular Lifetime movie. Nothing else was coming into my mind like, you know what, since this is not downloadable, you watch this instead. I subscribed to an app for 7 days so that I can watch this movie. It's a movie with Eva and Tyler LaPlay. As I'm watching this movie with my mother, a woman that he was talking to, her name was Nikki. Nikki is my sister's name. And the main character's name was Janae. My name is Janae. So these two people that this man was talking to throughout the movie was Nikki and Janae. The way that I see it, was my sister's way of talking to me. And what she had to say, or whatever what it meant, I don't know. But I know that it was a reason why I wanted to find that particular movie that particular day. And that was the message that I received from that interaction. The same week, I get a text message. Random spam number. Hello, this is Nikki, wanting to know if you have insurance. What? And it wasn't spelled any other way. Nikki's name is spelled Nikki. That's how the name was spelled on the movie, because I had the subtitles on. I put captions on my movie. And that's how the text message came through. Hello, this is Nikki. I don't see it any other way. I'm in the backyard, grounding, having a moment, having a breakdown, trying to breathe, listening to some music, just allowing myself to feel. I look down. It's a snake. It's a snake in the grass, right where I'm standing. The backyard is huge. It's right there where I'm standing. My sister went by Kundalini. Kundalini energy represents snakes rising. That was symbolic to me. I don't see it any other way. I don't know what your beliefs are. I don't know how connected you are to your spirituality. And when I say spirituality, I'm not talking about the religious beliefs that you hold, but I'm talking about your connections to where we are. How are you connected to where we are? Are you connected to where we are, or are you just here? Now, whether or not you are, that's your business. But if you don't find ways to connect to where you are, you'll be all over the place with your feelings, with your emotions. You won't know what to do, and you'll be clueless on who you are and whose you are. That was another message for me. Another day, I'm sitting in a rocking chair. I did a meditation. I'm just sitting here rocking. I'm allowing myself to feel. I'm having a moment. I don't want to talk. I don't want to call anybody. I decide, let me open up Instagram. The first picture I opened up on Instagram, it was a man posing in front of a restaurant or an event center named Nikki. The first picture, and not spelled any other way, but Nikki. I don't see it any other way. So I'm taking those messages as, I'm all right. You don't have to worry. I'm all right. Even in the midst of me not knowing how to feel, how to accept, not wanting to accept this loss, that's how I'm choosing to process through my grief. And it's working for me. And I have to find a way for it to work, because again, wherever I am, I'm still here. And if I don't find ways to connect or move my way through, I'll stay stuck in that emotion. I'll stay stuck in that sadness. So I'm finding ways to allow these messages that I receive to be my connections to my sister. Another thing. I was headed to my sister's house. Didn't want to go. My affirmation, my mantra has been, I can do hard things. I can do hard things. I can do hard things. Because I'm having to do them anyway. I can do hard things. So I'm headed to her house, not wanting to go there. Missed the turn. Passed by the house. It was a cul-de-sac. So in order to turn around in this cul-de-sac, I had to drive around. It was a tree on the right side. Red birds were on the tree. Red birds have always in my family been symbolic messengers that we've connected to. We blow kisses at them. They represent spirituality. They represent your loved ones bringing messages to you, reminding you that all is well. That's the way that I see it. I see them every time I'm having a thought. That prompted me to even go live, because on my way driving back here, right when I had the thought of I need to share this with somebody, it was a red bird on the side of the road. For me, that was confirmation. That's another way that I'm staying connected to my loved ones. Find you some ways to stay connected to your people. Another thing that I allow myself to do is I have journals. I've been journaling for a long time. I've also been into therapy. I've also provided therapy because I am a therapist. And I also know that we are not always one phone call away. You may be a week away from an appointment. You may be a month out from a session. You don't always have the accessibility to just reach out to people when you're feeling what you're feeling. This tool right here has been, for me, helpful. Anytime I'm feeling how I'm feeling and I don't have the words, or I don't want to talk to nobody and I don't know what to do, I'm going to write about it. I'm writing, I'm pissed. I'm writing, I'm sad. I'm writing, what the fuck? I'm writing whatever it is that I'm feeling and I'm experiencing, and I'm keeping it real and I'm being truthful about it. Because if I don't release it, it's going to take up space somewhere in my body, and that may come out in the form of back pains. It may come out in the form of migraines. It may come out in the form of any type of stress, but it's going to take up some space. So if you're not releasing whatever you're experiencing, whether you're dancing, writing, singing, whatever your creativities are, it's taking up some space. You got to allow yourself to release. Yes, sir. What?
I can call and say, come here.
I'll be in a minute.
Okay.
Thank you. Allow yourself to release. This has been my main release lately, because I don't always want to talk to nobody. And again, if I do have a therapy session, I got to wait 2 weeks to tell you how I'm feeling, which is a good thing to talk to people. And I encourage people, if you haven't tried it, process your emotions. Find you somebody to talk to. Find you somebody that you can actually release and have these conversations with. Now, when I don't have this tool, I also utilize the space of my community group, and I tell them how I'm feeling. I tell them the truth. We had a conversation last night, which I may share because other people need to be aware, because other people are experiencing these things. But one of the ladies asked me, why are you angry, or why have you been angry? And I told her every reason why I'm angry. I'm pissed off, honestly. So grief has so many different angles to it. You could be pissed, you can be sad, you could be miserable, you could be depressed. It's so many different titles that you can be, but it's not one way to grieve. Allow yourself to feel. This has been a release for me, and which leads me to my next thing. Today is my sister April's birthday. We lost April in 2002. This is 24 years later. So it's experiencing that loss while experiencing a new loss. It's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. And I'm grateful to have sound mind. I'm grateful to feel grounded in this space, because it's a lot. It's a lot. And I didn't realize it. I didn't realize how much time had passed until I actually wrote a letter to her earlier. Because one way that I've been grieving and healing the loss of April since I was 15 and I'm now 36, I write her a letter every single day. Not every single day, but every birthday I write a letter. On live. Mm-hmm. But every birthday I write a letter. I title it Happy Birthday, April, and I talk to her. I say what I'm feeling. I say what I'm thinking. I say what things could have been, what my hopes of how life should have been. I write them out. And although it's not something that can ever bring or change the fact of what happened, it helps me, because I'm still here wherever we are, and that helps me stay connected. I'm sharing this with you because if you don't know what to do, you're not alone, but there are things that you can do to help you to move through how you're feeling. If you have loved ones that you have things to say to, that you never got a chance to express, write to them. Write to them. You'll be surprised of how effective and how healing and how freeing that can be in those moments. It helps me. So I write a letter to her every single birthday. And it hit me differently today because, again, I'm experiencing a new loss in the midst of this loss. So it's a lot. But I also didn't think about how old she would have been until my baby sister texted this morning. And just having that realization of how old she would have been, it just hit different. It hit different. So I just wanted to come and share that, and before any other emotions come out that I'm not as open to display right now, I'm gonna go on about my business. I hope this message resonated with somebody. I hope that you all understand that you're not alone. I hope that you realize that we're all going through things. I hope that you understand everybody has experienced a loss. It's how you're choosing to move through and keep going that's going to either help you or keep you stuck. Find a way to connect to your loved ones, because we still here. And as long as we're here, I want you to really be here. Allow yourself to be here. Allow yourself to find joy in being here, even in the midst of your grieving process, because that's going to always be there. But understand that you're going to be all right. Understand that you got this. You don't always have to be strong. It's okay for you to break down. Just don't stay there. Allow yourself to break through. And we really in this together, y'all. So if y'all have any questions, any feedback, anything from me that you feel that may be helpful, or again, any questions that you feel that I can offer to you insight on, holler at me. Use me while I'm here. I have information, I have tools, and I'm willing and open to share them, because you're not alone. But y'all make sure y'all have a great rest of y'all day, and I'm gonna holler at y'all.